we're really, literally right at the cold front. You can even tell in our viewing area. Look at Columbus, 72. 72 in Norfolk, 85 in Lincoln, 91 Beatrice, 93 in Falls City. So we're right on the line. No rain in our area, just saw some filtered sunshine, and now we're beginning to develop some of those fair weather cumulus clouds, not very high, only about 1,000 meters off the ground, or about 3,000 or 4,000 feet up off the ground, or look kind of like popcorn is what Nicole just said, so I kind of liked her description there. But we are still seeing some sun shining through, and then we are warming up to 76 right now. Dew point 62, so really not too humid. Some central portion of the United States under this ridge, but to our north, closer to the front, more active, even flash flood watches up north, the Sioux City area there. But we're still in the heat for today. Not much cloud cover in our sky. You might see a few this afternoon from some of the daytime heating. In fact, Stormcast shows an isolated shower trying to develop. Might have a little trouble, but it'll be a hot afternoon. Highs in the upper 90s. Storms possible tonight in north central Nebraska behind that front. And then the front makes its way close to our area tomorrow. And there'll be a little bit of a temperature differential between north and south here. We do pick up out of the south-southeast in central Nebraska, and that will be the general trend as we go throughout today. So looking at the wind gust forecast, basically over the next 5 or 6 days here. So today in the afternoon, we'll see that south-southeast wind gust up to 20 miles an hour. So a little breezy. We'll get a break tonight, but then tomorrow, when that cold front pushes through, those winds will be gusting to 35 miles an hour. We're on the cool side, receiving a north-northeast wind and some bands of snow behind it. Not a ton of moisture working with, but just enough now where it is creating some light wintry precipitation basically right now over our area. So as we head in towards the afternoon, we'll kind of see that transition slide eastward towards our area. So by the late afternoon and evening hours, we'll have enough cold air to where it should be mostly in the form of light snow. Again, light like the emphasize, and we'll just kind of continue to see some of these snow showers throughout the evening hours. Maybe during the morning, we'll be around the freezing mark with a mostly sunny sky. Then during the afternoon, whether if it's Thanksgiving dinner or just kids playing outside, really not too bad. We'll be in the upper 50s with a mostly sunny sky. And then during the evening hours for some of those shoppers for the Black Friday deals, really not too bad. We'll be around 50, upper 40s. And of course, today's a big travel day. So we have high pressure dominating the Midwest, giving us dry weather, but you can really see the divide in temperature. We have that trough in the eastern half of the United States. So if you're heading east or north, Minneapolis to Chicago, St. Louis, looking a little bit on the chilly side, but dry. But if you're heading westward, looking a bit milder. Denver, low 60s for today. Even Billings, Montana, fairly mild. So the Mountain West looking mild, and that pattern out west moves eastward towards our area for our Thanksgiving, in addition to our Black Friday. Just a pretty nice day out there. We'll quickly warm it up to about the low to mid 80s for our highs. Humidity should be fairly comfortable with the help of a light north wind, maybe a few afternoon clouds mixing in here. So go outside and enjoy it for today, because the thermostat is going to be kicking up here over the next few days, and summer's going to make a bold return later on this week. So I'll have all those details in my full weather.
Sounds great. Thank you, Jason. Well,
I was up in the North Pole maybe and had to come back with what I had. It was
I can
cold.
tell.
So he's the polar vortex.
He brought some coal with him.
I'll call him the polar vortex.
Oh, there you go.
Weather term on that. But, you know, it will warm up a little bit again in the afternoon. It is a little chilly this morning, but we'll have one more day here of mild temperatures before the more consistent winter-like cold moves into the area. But it is a little chilly currently as we speak. We're at 22, mainly clear sky and a calm wind, so it doesn't really feel any colder than our actual temperature. And most of us are in the 20s in southeast Nebraska. A little bit about penny to nickel-sized hail with this cell right here, but could be larger in some spots. It just kind of takes it a little bit of a while for our system to kind of ingest in some of the hail on there. Could be up to over quarter-sized hail with some of this with this storm as well. So just got to prepare here for a short little thunder shower within the next half hour or so, especially if you live here in the western half or just north of O Street here in Lincoln. Maybe pull in the car if you still have it parked outside. I know a lot of people.
This is a Channel 8 Eyewitness News severe weather update.
Well, we're continuing to track this very slow-moving storm that's making its way now into the western portion of Lincoln, continuing to be severe, and right now still remains in effect until 6:15 a.m. It's been delivering some hail with it. Main reason why severe warning has been issued. So it's basically right now in the central, western, and northern portions of Lincoln. So some of you that are now north of O Street and especially still west of 56th Street are starting to hear a little bit of rain on some of the roofs. I think a lot of us, if you open up your window and take a look out, you're really going to see a lot of that rain and some of the hail mixed in throughout the area. We're also getting in some social media pictures as well that people are starting to send in. I'm not sure if we can be able to pull those up right now with some of our help of our production people, but I have been told that people are sending in some social media postings of some of their pictures of hail near Pleasantdale. That's kind of the spot that's seen quite a bit. Can't see who sent us this, but that looks pretty large there when you look at the tape measure ruler. Sent in by Deb. Looks, if you kind of look at it, that looks like 2 to 2.5 inch diameter hail. So that's a little bit smaller than a baseball, or a little bit larger than a ping pong ball, maybe up to a pool ball. Much of North Lincoln has seen a bit as well, and even towards the northwest, there's another higher core that is out there. So this is moving pretty much to the east right now at 10 miles an hour. So if I zoom out just a little bit more, that's moving off towards the east pretty much at 10 miles an hour. So just a very slow moving storm. So the city of Lincoln's pretty much under it right now, but just a lot of these areas that are up here. So the university area, downtown, even the high schools too. As you can see, Lincoln Southwest, Lincoln Northeast.
Now, your local forecast from Lincoln's own weather experts.
Well, it's a fairly comfortable morning out there with a clear sky, comfortably cool temperatures. We're in the upper 50s currently with a calm wind right now. Dew point 56, so humidity's at 93%, so not quite enough for fog, but at least some dew and some of the cool surfaces, or even some low-level fog in some spots. Looking back at yesterday afternoon, we had a few thunderstorms pop up even around the Lincoln area that gave us a brief thunder shower in some spots, especially to our north and east. But when you look at the rainfall totals, once again, very hit and miss here with the rain. Farther westward, they got in on more consistent storms where there are some tracks of 1 to 2 inches here, while other areas barely getting in on anything. Then again, Lincoln, if you recall, yesterday evening, we had a couple of storms dance around the area. So around Waverly, 1/2 inch to 1 inch. Also extreme South Lincoln all the way down to southwest Lancaster County, while some spots, again, around Lincoln didn't really see anything. So hit and miss rain from yesterday. So we've cooled off, dried out overnight. We're in the 50s this morning. Look out west, though. Broken Bow, 48 in North Platte. It's been a long time since I've had to say there are 40s on the maps for actual temperatures, so it feels a little fall-like out there. And relative humidity value is about 90 to 100%, so close to saturation, but not much in the way for fog. Visibilities are pretty decent. Again, you can't rule it out in some of the low valley areas. Some patchy fog. Winds are pretty light, so it allows for that air to really settle there. So a few more, if not, I should say a couple more comfortable days left before we turn back on the summer heat. So a gradual warming trend basically starts tomorrow and will continue as we head into the weekend. And yes, we are back into the 90s, and not talking the decade, talking the temperatures here. So this trough will begin to lose its grip and slide eastward over the next couple of days. This is what's responsible for the cooler temperatures, and that ridge out west with all that heat will be expanding and eventually moving eastward. And as it does, we'll be seeing the split flow. Could give us a stray storm on Wednesday into Thursday as a weak front passes on nearby, but this ridge will reestablish itself through the weekend, pull back the heat and the southerly flow in the Great Plains here. So we're looking hot through the weekend and early next week. And to our north and west, or just off to our west, could see a couple of rounds of some isolated storms closer to the boundary out there where the jet stream is. But again, very low end, no real organized system making its way to our area. So hot as we head into next week. So today, in the meantime, we get to enjoy some nice weather. We'll be warming up to about 80 by the middle part of the day. High pressure will be giving us a fair sky, dry weather. Might get a few afternoon clouds from the daytime heating, but a decent day, low to mid 80s for our highs. And we'll cool it off tonight into the upper 50s. And then here comes the cold front for tomorrow. Out ahead of it, we'll see more of a southwest wind and with comfortable humidity. So our temperature could boost up to about 90 for tomorrow afternoon. Front basically stalls out Wednesday night near our area. Not much moisture even we're really working with here. So a stray storm is possible, but I really wouldn't count on any rain chances. And then for our Thursday, it retreats back to the northeast as a warm front. We'll see more of a southerly flow, giving us warmer temperatures and higher humidity along with it. So for today, not too bad of a day. About low to mid 80s for our highs. A few afternoon clouds, decent humidity, and then for tonight, upper 50s, clear night, windows open kind of a night. But then again, you're going to want to turn on the AC starting Wednesday and Thursday as that warming trend moves in. We'll be back into the 90s by our Friday through the weekend with a breezy south wind and Yeah, there are a few trivial storm chances thrown in, but I really wouldn't count on those. Very low-end chances. So as we cross in August here, back into the summer-like heat.
Well, I know I got a little bit of rain, actually quite a dousing yesterday. So I know you said it was isolated, but it was great to see some moisture.
Yeah,
finally.
for those of us that got in.
Yeah.
So haves versus have-nots.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jason. Well,